Hello, my people. How's everybody doing today? Today we're going to discuss what self righteousness is. So, we're going to be looking up a definition first, and then we're going to go from there. Okay? Let me pull up hold on, my display capture, and I'm going to show you some examples what self righteousness is. Okay, so go for this one, this display right here. Let me put this up. Hold on. Put this above here. Alright, there we go. So, what does self righteous mean, according to the internet? Of a person who is morally right or justifiable, virtuous. No, self righteous, not righteous. Looking for self righteous. Self righteous describes someone who is convinced of their own moral superiority and believes their beliefs or actions to be right, often to contrast to others. Moral superiority. So you see a lot of that today. In other words, people who think their opinion is truth means they're never wrong. They're always right about everything. And they think that their opinion is better than everyone else's. Like, for instance, Jesus is black. That's an opinion. That's having your own version of the truth. You say Jesus is black, that's just an opinion. In fact, you don't even know that he was black. You're just saying, oh, he's black. Jesus is black. But you don't know that. How can you have your own version of the truth and then want to shove it in people's faces every day? Just because you think it's right doesn't make it right. Okay? Now, what I will tell you is the truth speaks for itself. You don't have to prove the truth. That's the only thing about the truth. You can't prove it wrong. You can't prove it right. Because the truth is the truth. You don't have any say on the truth. You don't have to say it. You don't have to describe it. Because you want to know something? If people are debating what you're saying, if there's a debate, then, like for instance, the Shroud of Turin, I looked that up too. And there's this dude, his name is Abednego Lafayette. And he was talking about how Philip Anthony Mitchell said that this is the face of Jesus. And you know what? I believe 100% that that's actually Jesus. And when you go on these videos, people are going to say, he is black, he is black, he is this, he is that. It doesn't matter what your opinion is. Who cares? I don't care. Should I care? No, I don't. Because it's stupid. Everybody has their own version of the truth. There's only one truth. I literally cannot go on these channels and listen or even watch these people. They're so pathetic and self-righteous. They're so self-righteous, man. And there's a lot of that going on, and it is not a good thing. It is not a good thing. There's only one version of the truth, and it is not yours. So stop. Stop. Because you're just making yourself look bad. How can somebody even stand somebody that has their own version of the truth? Who thinks they're themselves are more superior than others? Because Jesus is black, does that make him better than everybody else? So if you're black, does that make you better than me? So if I'm white, does that make me better than you? It's just It's just vanity. How can you even say this stuff? I don't understand such nonsense. Why? Because he's black. Why is he black? Huh, I wonder why. Can you tell me why he's black? You want to know what's crazy about that? Is that these opinions and things like that didn't matter 2,000 years ago. All this racism that's happened is more like a modern thing. Started 200 years ago where they started lynching people, black people. No, I don't like it. No, I don't have any say on that. Because I'm not like those people. And just because I'm white doesn't automatically mean I'm bad. And just because you're black doesn't automatically mean you're bad. You people need to start being humble. Stop being so self-righteous and selfish. Stop. Because it's pathetic. Nobody wants to hear you say that. Because apparently, if you have your own version of the truth, it must not be true. You don't get what you want. Okay? You don't. You have to live with that. Okay? Nobody gets what they want. I want things. I can't have it. You think that you're more superior? Why you want to think that he's black? Why? Because you think that one race is more superior than the other, right? Black people are more important and more superior than white people. Is that what you're trying to tell me? Because why would you even mention race? Why would you even mix race with religion? Or any kind of religion? Or Jesus? It's just pathetic. Come on. Why? You do all this and you can't even tell me why? I bet you don't even know that there is on why you do all this stuff. I think you just do it just to get attention. I think that's what it is. Trying to bring attention. Because you're self-righteous and you don't want to admit that you're wrong. You don't want to hear what anybody has to say. And every time you do, you get so offended that you just can't even live with them. You just want to just totally do away with them. I don't like you. I don't like you because of your opinion. Well, you know what? I'm sorry to break it to you. But the only opinion is worth being called the truth is mine. Okay? Because apparently you can't prove me wrong. I can prove that Jesus is black. I know he's not black. I mean, come on, that's ridiculous. And another thing is, black people are the most morally degenerated people of this age. They have no morals. And they sag. They walk around in the hood carrying around guns with them, shooting people and stuff. Come on now. Who are you to say that he's black? Who are you to judge? Pathetic. Absolutely pathetic.